Hello and welcome to this bonus episode of the Nintendo Pass podcast. Before we begin, I just want to remind you all that you can leave us a 5-star review on your podcast listening app of choice. It helps us to take over the world of Nintendo podcasts, and it's just really nice, so please do it. Without further ado, let's jump into this. We're going to be ranking Zelda characters as potential spouses. We are ranking Zelda characters. Now, this list here, Micah's like
Is one of these just Epona?
Yeah, well, because this list is not intended for what we are using it for. So I found some lists. It's like favorite Zelda characters, and this one was pretty all-inclusive from across the series. So I was like, all right. So we're gonna go through these, and we are gonna rank these characters as potential spouses. All right. I was inspired by our good friends over at Carpool Gaming. That's Seth and Lockleth, who did a Zelda waifu ranking list. And it just made me go, Micah and I, it's been a while since we've done a tier list. And we don't rank based off like waifu, husbando. We rank based off wife and husband potential, spouse potential, all the things. Meaning how I mean, we actually don't really focus on looks too much unless they're horrifyingly disturbing looking. We focus more on the how could they be as a conversationalist, as a provider,
It's all about the personality.
Yes. Yep. And that's what this tier ranking list is all about. Hey, if you don't agree with us, too bad. So let's get started here with this very first character whose name escapes me, but it's the girl from Link's Awakening. What is her name?
Lady.
Marin?
I'm like practically 12% sure they just don't even tell you the name.
Marin. I was right. Okay, it's Marin.
Or is it Marin?
I don't know. It says Marin is the deuteragonist. What is a deuteragonist? What is that?
Oh, what?
The person second in importance to the protagonist. Deuteragonist.
Oh, you learn something new every day.
Yeah.
But she can sing real good. Wait a second, am I thinking of the right game?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're thinking of the right game.
I wasn't quite sure if I was mixing it up with Minish.
Yeah, she's awesome. She's really nice. She is very friendly and caring for Link. But here's a big wrinkle. She's not real. Spoilers.
Wow, I'd have been so upset if I hadn't just played that game like 2 months ago.
She's not real. So how do you rank some that's like an illusion?
Andross. None of these people are real.
Okay, well, thank you. But she's not even real in the context of the world that we're talking about. She's an illusion.
Yep.
Do we rank her the same as others?
A tier.
A tier. I'm good with that. We got a lot of these to go through, so we can go fast. A tier. Okay. Next up, we have... What is this guy's name?
One of the kings, right?
No, it's the sage from Ocarina of Time.
Is that Sage? I mean, is that Sage not also the king from the past times?
What is his name? He's the owl, right? Isn't he the owl?
I'm gonna be honest here. I have
no Gabora? Is this the same character? Raru is his name. Okay. I thought he was the same. Okay. I mix up Raru and Gabora because Gabora kind of looks like Raru in Skyward Sword. Anyways.
Oh yeah. Also, we should rename F to the Shadow Realm because there's at least one person I want to throw into the Shadow Realm.
I got you.
Let's go F.
Add row below.
You can't just edit the. Oh, you just want one below F as well.
Yeah.
I'm planning ahead here.
I got you. Okay.
I'm very excited when this person comes up.
So I don't know. How do you feel about Rauru?
I don't even know who this guy is, essentially.
He's the sage in Ocarina of Time. So when you first wake up, he's like, "Yeah, I've been watching after you for these 7 years till you were old enough to
I mean, I
be the hero."
remember he's in that game, but I don't remember anything about him.
Yeah, he kind of doesn't do much other than kind of give you some exposition. I think he's a
He
solid D or F
delegates.
tier. He doesn't seem like
We'll go with D, I guess. I mean, I feel like
he's
it's a little
not
judgmental
bad.
considering we don't really know him. But
Yeah, he's not bad, but he really doesn't give much to off here. Soraya, are we gonna say just no to children? I'm gonna say just no to children, and Soraya is too much of a child, even though she's not, right? Because they don't age. But yeah, no.
or we change it if they're children. It's how good of a friend would they be?
Yeah, no, we're not doing that. We don't have time.
That still sounds a little iffy.
Yep.
Coming from grown men.
I don't know why I even asked. I should have said we're not doing children. Like, should we do children, Micah? No, absolutely not.
Also, isn't Marin also a child though? Because isn't Link like 14 or something? Or like 12?
I thought she
like
was
every game?
No. I'm pretty sure Marin's like Link's age, and I think that's like post-adventure Link. I don't listen. I'm not going to think about it too much. I don't want. She's not a child. That's how I'm writing it off. What is the name of this Goron?
I think is Goron is his name. Goron.
Darunia.
Is this one from Breath of the Wild? I mean, I can't even
No,
tell.
Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, Darunia. Mm-hmm. Is he the one that dances?
Yeah, I like Darunia because he dances. He also is. We know he's a good father. And he's a good leader. So I feel like he'd be a good provider. But he was also really rude to Link.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like he's the type where he's like a great conversationalist, but only to people that he trusts and knows really well, and to everybody else he's kind of rude and standoffish. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Where would you put it?
Oh, I think he's a solid B.
Okay, that's where I would like to rank him as well. He's a B. He's a B spouse material. Okay, and then we have Princess Ruto. The first fish waifu. Because she
also a child?
not after the time skip.
No, after the time skip. I see. Yeah,
This is post time skip.
Okay. Makes sense.
But she also was like,
carry me.
Yeah.
I can't walk.
She was kind of a brat.
Oh, yeah. I want to say she kind of redeems herself later, but
no, she really
I don't
doesn't.
really remember. She doesn't.
Other than she's the sage. I don't think B. I think she's like C or D.
Oh no,
tier.
I said D.
Oh, you said D? Okay, yeah.
The worst.
Yeah. I'll put her there. Okay. Next up is the Gerudo girl. Man, I am so bad with the names.
Isn't she trying to like kill you?
Gerudo girl.
Hey, maybe I'm a little biased, but I feel like oh yeah, if you're like killing people, generally not that good of a spouse. I guess actually she's just trying to arrest you and put you in jail forever.
Well, she is not. She is rebelling against Ganondorf
Oh, okay, yeah. She's
And
the one like at the temple, and she's like, climb to this really small hole and get me the goods.
yeah,
Okay, yeah, yeah. I mean, taking advantage of a child is a little iffy.
yeah, she's not bad, but not great. I think people like to, as they say, simp for the Gerudo tribe. Anybody in the Gerudo tribe, they're like, oh man, but looks can only get you so
Yeah,
far.
unrelated. I was thinking S tier.
I
No,
think,
I was thinking like C or B because I feel like she kind of had that Grudo upbringing that
yeah,
she rebelled against. So she gets a little extra points for that.
I think she's a solid C. All right, and then isn't her name also Marin? What's the
What are you talking about? Starts with an M,
Marin?
so I was right.
uh, Malin.
Now,
They're
okay, yeah,
so
yeah.
close. They're so close. Okay, so Malin's pretty cool. I like Malin. Malin is very similar to Marin, actually. Are they like the same character? It's like they both,
Baron is just the dream version of Malin.
yeah. But Malin's actually real and pretty similar personality wise. So she is the daughter of the ranch owner for,
The guy you have to wake up with the chicken.
yep. And
I can't remember his name either.
hers is Malin and his is Marin? I don't remember.
His name
Man,
can't
I'm
be
so bad
Marin.
with names.
I want to say there's a G involved.
What do you think? I think just like offbeat, I think high A tier. I might put
Plus,
her above Marin.
oh, Father Talon.
Oh,
Malin and Talon.
see, I was gonna say Talon, but I was like, that there's no way that's the name. But yeah, Malin. And then he named his daughter Talon, or Talon named his daughter Malin. Like, yeah, it's just my name, but with an M.
I was
Uh,
kind of thinking a high B.
a high B. Why lower than A?
Uh, because
She's the one that teaches you Epona's song, and she's pretty
I
cool.
mean, just because
She
she's like a
likes,
music teacher doesn't mean she'd make a good spouse.
well, she's hardworking, right? We know that 'cause she works on a ranch. She grew up on a farm.
True,
Uh,
I suppose. I suppose.
she's well acquainted with the world because she is actually, you first meet her at the castle gates where her dad just left her by herself, and he's totally okay with that. Like, yeah, I'll just wait for you here outside the gates, and then he doesn't come back, and she sends you with the chicken, the tool you need. So I just feel like she's pretty.
I
She's
mean,
pretty smart and pretty
sounds like
like.
she's lazy and she's like, I'm gonna have this guy do all my hard work for me.
Well, you were going in anyway. So is that a plus or a or a downside? That's when you're looking for a spouse. I think A tier for
Depends
her.
if you want to fix all the things around the house.
Do you want, so you're kind of thinking Marin's higher?
Definitely.
Oh yeah. Well then I will put her right
Because
here
she can sing.
behind Marin. Okay. We have Ocarina of Time Link. Do we have all the other links in here, or is this just Link?
I think it's just Link.
Okay.
That
It's hard to
too much
rank.
effort to rank like every separate Link.
I am going to say let's not rank every separate Link.
Yeah.
Should we just take Link off the list entirely?
I'd say we just do Link in general. He's pretty similar.
Okay, yeah, I guess.
We'll just average in our minds.
All right, off right off the bat, I think A tier.
Yep.
I don't think he's S tier.
He's almost S tier, but
He doesn't.
communication is not his strong suit.
Is he high A, low A?
I think pretty high A. I feel like essentially his only downside is he just never talks. which isn't.
That's a pretty big downside when when considering like a spouse, right? He just seems like he doesn't communicate, and even in like all of the scenes that we see him with Zelda, like she does all the talking, right? And he, but at the same time, we do see him like he goofs around in Breath of the Wild. There's some cutscenes where he does like goofball stuff, like eat rocks.
I don't remember that.
Maybe that was just in Age of Calamity, but just like he has like funny things he does. So you can tell he has a sense of humor, but he's very duty driven. He's very loyal. But conversationalist, I feel like that's a big it's off. Okay. These guys.
So how do we feel about trees on the list?
What are we moving to next? We're just gonna kind of pick and choose here.
Do you want to rank that steals the farm?
Yeah,
because I want to rank him low. He's a terrible person. At highest in F.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like said his name. I don't remember what he's called.
Indigo, I believe.
Oh yeah,
Inigo.
That's right. Inigo, maybe. I don't.
How do I remember his name? But I couldn't remember freaking.
Who steals
range.
I think they, they came up with demise. That doesn't work. Ingo? According to this post, but they might have just misspelled it or something.
Nope, that's right.
I just seem to remember there being like one extra letter in there.
And here's the cruel irony here is Ingo is modeled after Luigi, who was like top of the list on our S tier spouse.
Oh yeah.
But this guy is not Luigi, all right?
He's anti-Luigi.
Yeah, he gives a bad name to the Luigi look. But he wasn't really a jerk. Wasn't he like tainted by dark influence and that's why he acted this way and you end up freeing the farm from that sort of? I don't remember.
I don't know. If so,
anyways,
I'm going to, for the purpose of this ranking, I'm taking the tainted version.
F tier. All right. Taking these revealed witches off.
Sisters fire and ice.
And I'm also taking the Gravedigger off.
Why?
You want to rank the Gravedigger?
Because he's not particularly attractive looking?
It's because he's dead. He died.
Oh yeah, the later part. But in the early days, he's still old and alive.
We can rank him if you'd like. Where you want to put him?
Putting in.
No, I'm just putting him up so that he can be seen on the stream. We'll start him in C. Where do you want him?
I was thinking B or A.
Are you for real? I don't know anything about this guy.
I don't remember this guy. He helps you a couple times.
Yeah, he does help you. He gives you
hardworking.
He gives you a lantern, but he also was kind of a jerk when he was a ghost. He's like, I'll give you the goods. Follow me, and then he just goes flying, and you have to like race to catch him. And if you don't catch him,
maybe it's hard being a ghost. They instantly move so fast.
No, he was just
there's no air resistance.
Being a bully, man.
No, he's just having a nice little race with you. Because
I think
he's so low.
I think he's low D tier. And you know what? I'm just gonna say it. He's not a looker. He's not a looker.
I think he's C.
You think he's higher than these two?
Absolutely. He actually helps you instead of making you carry him.
I'm not gonna argue it because I don't want this episode to go a million years. How about King Zora?
I'm gonna go ahead and say like F tier.
Yeah, he's kind of the worst. He lost his daughter. And then he sat blocking the path to get to her.
Yeah, but it's most of that he just sits there for so long. But I couldn't remember
the cutscene where he like shuffles to the side for like a solid minute. Like, he's the worst. He's kind of the worst. All right, let's go with nope. He's a child, school kid. Majora, Majora's Mask.
Go ahead and say let's skip that.
Yeah, let's just put it in the Shadow Realm. The Happy Mask Salesman.
There's something alarming about this guy.
Yeah. I just have vivid memory of him getting very upset with Link and holding him by the neck, throttling him because he had lost his mask. Or hadn't gotten his mask back that he had requested.
Yeah, I'm thinking D.
Yeah,
he pretends to be all nice and stuff. Maybe he has some redeeming qualities, but there's a darkness to him.
Yeah. All right. Skyward Sword Zelda. Or are we just ranking Zelda as a whole? We'll do the same thing that we did here. Zelda's so wildly different from game to game.
I feel like Zelda's more different.
Okay, so we'll rank Zelda differently.
I only see like 2 Zeldas on this list.
Okay. Skyward Sword Zelda.
I mean, I would say pretty high, but also she does kind of push you off a tower. You could have died.
But Micah, didn't you kind of like it though?
I prefer not to be pushed to my potential.
She knew you had. She gave you a parachute. She knew what you had.
She gave you a cloth.
Listen, I think she's S tier. I just can say it. And this is coming from someone who doesn't actually like her character design. I when they first revealed that's what she looked like, I was like, that Zelda looks so weird. I don't like it. But her very flirty, but also independent and like mature personality, I think it's good.
Sure, she pushes you off a tower. I'm willing to accept an
S tier. Because besides that, you agree with me.
And I'm calling, well, mostly because I want to call my chip in on Ganondorf. So.
All right. Tingle. Let's go. Tingle.
F. I'm sorry, Tingle. terrible spouse material.
Why is Tingle F tier?
Because he's going to run off and pretend to be a fairy person. I mean, as if you're also into pretending to be a fairy person, that could work out very well for you. But if not, it's not going to be a good time.
He also spends like an entire adventure trying to find love in the land of Oz. In that Tingle rupee of love game. Yeah. Balloon trip of love.
I've never actually played it, but I assume Tingle is terrible in it.
That's the one where it shows him drawn in like all these buff.
Yeah. That's the only thing I've seen from that game.
So I feel like there's a lot of lore behind. Like I at the end of the day, I feel like he's a cool guy, but he's so weird. Like
I think he's just a little too obsessed.
I want to be friends with him because hey, he's an excellent map maker, right? And navigator and just good and all of that. But spouse? Someone I'd date? No. But I think F tier's a little harsh. I think low D.
He's a relatively cool guy, but
I think low D.
Sure, yeah. Because he shouldn't be below Ingo.
He shouldn't be below Happy Mask Salesman. Happy Mask Salesman scares me. Tingle, I'm not afraid of.
Fair enough. But you should be.
I'm going to skip ahead here just because we have a lot to go through here. The Mailman.
All I know is he's fast.
He's very fast.
And he delivers mail.
And he's duty bound. Know from Majora's Mask that he is terrified of the moon crashing into the world, but he continues to deliver his mail because that's his duty and job. So I don't know if that's a plus or a minus. I think it's
kind of a minus.
Yeah, he's kind of insane. He also can find Link in the weirdest spaces.
True, but that's a plus. I was about to say B until you started talking about how he would rather deliver mail than not get crushed by a giant moon.
Yeah. I think high C.
Yeah.
Okay. Down here because you're a child. I think it's time. Let's go Ganondorf.
Oh, absolutely S tier.
Wait, whoa. Whoa, why?
He can play the organ.
True.
Very
Talented.
romantic. He's real strong. He has a big sword. He's not afraid to beat up children for his convictions.
That's horrifying. He's abusive, manipulative.
Abusive
You just said he beats up children. What do you...
for his convictions.
For his convictions. Like, that's not a plus. Beating up children
He's
for
very
any
determined.
conviction. I don't think
What
he
if you
can
had to
be
beat up a
S.
child to save that child's life?
I mean,
Hypothetically.
would Ganondorf do that? I don't think so.
mean,
I think he'd just let the child die.
seems a little harsh.
Yeah. I mean, it's a little hard because Ganondorf as a character is pretty, like, tainted by the, you know, the spirit of evil that he possesses. But, like, beyond that, what's his character like? We see hints and glimpses. Wind Waker.
I mean, he's determined, very hardworking. Yeah, Wind Waker, he's practically a poet.
Yeah.
Very eloquent. With his
I
words.
don't think we should put him in S, but I think high A. I think he could be right behind Link.
Works for me.
Okay. Because listen, you've seen the new Ganondorf, right? He's an attractive guy. He's an attractive guy.
I thought we weren't basing this off looks.
It's a factor. It's a small factor, but we're basing it more off personality. And if we're going based on personality, then maybe we're ranking him too high. His looks really make up for a lot. Yeah. He's definitely a provider. What he would provide, I'm not sure, but he can do it.
The world, practically.
Why doesn't he ever have a love interest? He should. Should be like an evil Gander. Why like is Majora a girl? Would Majora's Mask be his love interest?
What? I'm gonna go ahead.
Let's
and
move
say
on.
no.
It's time for Beetle. Beetle.
Beetle's another one of those. I think he's a pretty cool guy. But I don't know how spousy he is.
Well, we know he's hardworking.
Maybe too hardworking.
I think
He's always out on the road and whatnot.
Yeah, but I think his hardworking is definitely less insane than the mailman.
Kind of, but I mean, he'd be gone for long periods.
Yeah.
He really
But if
liked
you
bugs.
but he also would have he's a great conversationalist. Right? And he's likable. I like him in every game that you're in. He is fun to talk to. He's a character that you enjoy interacting with. I really like in Skyward Sword his like nighttime personality being so drastically different than his daytime personality. There's a lot of characters like that in Skyward Sword, actually. That at nighttime they're just completely different people. And he like really likes he's into hobbies, got hobbies collecting bugs.
I can see him at around B.
Run B, yeah. B for Beetle. Let's go. All right, and we've got this pirate guy from Wind Waker.
Not gonna lie, I think he should be pretty high. I don't even
Why?
remember his name.
Yeah, I don't. I know nothing about him.
He is very dependable.
Okay. I don't know much about him. I think he's going to be a B.
An A.
At least an A? What?
Yeah, he's definitely.
What does he do?
He helps with so many things. Super dependable.
I feel like Nico is a child. Put him down. this bird guy, the mailman from Wind Waker.
Another mailman, huh?
I think he was a cooler mailman than the other than the
Yeah.
base mailman.
He seemed pretty legit.
He was really nice. He does try and help you out as much as he can on his quest. I think B tier for him.
Yeah.
I feel like he's
low A, high
yeah.
B.
Yeah. I think he's up here with these guys. Right in the middle of them. Boom. That good?
Yep.
All right. This is a hat. Impa. How do you feel about Impa, Micah?
I mean, a little too dedicated to her duty, potentially, to be too good of a spouse, I think.
Really? I think Impa's up there.
Mm.
It depends on which Impa we're talking about, too, because they definitely change a lot from game to game. I'm gonna say A.
A. I
Maybe
was thinking
B?
like D.
Really?
Gonna be like gone and whatnot, protecting Zelda all the time.
I feel like D is just so low.
I guess I could see a C.
A C?
I do think she probably has some good qualities, but
like where at in the C category?
definitely below that Gravedigger dude.
Okay.
Can't remember his name.
All right. Well, we are like really going over on time here. So let's what do you say we round out, we finish with what, Twilight Princess characters, and then we call it good. We'll do the rest at future time.
Sounds good.
Okay. Midna.
Or we should potentially do Rivali.
Rivali. Yeah, okay.
Rivali, yeah, Shadow Realm. Absolutely. Get him out of here.
We hate you, Rivali. Let's
He's
go.
the absolute worst. No
Yeah.
redeeming qualities.
I mean, that's his character, right? Like, he is a lone wolf. He does. I cannot see Rivali having any love interest ever.
Nope, he's too good for everyone.
Yeah. Yep. Midna. S tier. S tier.
Yeah. Why not? Has a very fun personality.
I like
Sacrifices
it. Yeah.
herself or something.
I like Midna's personality. I mean, she's sassy. She was kind of rude right off the bat to Link, but she also frees him from prison almost immediately and is a helper like right away while being sassy. And then over time, you become like really good friends, and she becomes super awesome. There's like that whole scene where where she's like really injured, and it plays Midna's Lament, and you have to run her to the medic as a wolf. Emotional scenes with that character. She's like,
That's like the most emotional Zelda game.
I feel like she's probably the best companion character out of all of the companions.
Yeah, I'd say so. Except potentially the Red Lion. Because he's a ship, and that's pretty cool.
I mean, it's cool, but he really isn't even there for so much of the game. I mean, you're
not by choice.
Yeah, he's not like into. I get like, yeah, I don't know. He's not there as much as Midna is, but he is cool when he is there, and he has like a pretty cool plot twist. I like his character. Probably second best. You're right. Because I'm thinking of all the other helper characters. I like Navi. I know some people don't like Navi. Okay, Zant. I don't know, man. Zant's a weirdo.
I don't like that guy.
Yeah, I don't really like Zant. He was very power hungry. He was willing to betray his own people, and then when you beat him, he like actually makes crying noises. Like, he's just kind of a big old wimp.
Yeah, I'm thinking F.
I'm thinking he's F. He's F tier. He's not like so horrifying that we won't consider him like Majora's Mask and Rivali, which is a very fitting Shadow Realm for us.
Yeah, I mean they're both practically the same person.
Okay, Agatha, I think is her name.
That the bug lady.
Yeah, which people love Agatha. I don't know why.
Not a huge fan.
I think she's cool. She's got her bug palace, and she acts like. How old is she? Is she a child? Should we not be ranking Agatha? Oh, she's 10. Yep, get out of here, Agatha. All right. Moving on. Ilya? Leah? I don't actually know what her name is.
I don't know her name either.
It's because it could be Ilya with an L. Yeah, because it's a capital I, it looks like it's just two L's. So I always said Leah when I played through the game, but then come to find out later it's Ilya. I like Ilya a lot, actually. I think Ilya is a really good character. She's very caring, responsible. Her role in the game is kind of dumb that she loses her memory. Like that's lame.
Yeah.
But she's a very likable character. It was weird that they threw her into this game as kind of like another love interest for Link. One of the best scenes ever in video games for me is when she regains her memories and it's her and Link there and the other people leave the room and it's like da na 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 and she's like thank you. And they stand like very far apart. There's no hug, there's no anything. And then that's the end of that scene. It's so awkward. I was like, "What? Are you kidding me? Not even like a high five or
A high five.
they just stand there and stare at each other like expressionless. It's so funny. It's one of the best scenes. But yeah, that's how do you feel about that? That
It's B or maybe a low A underneath the Gonzo, I think his name is.
all right, we'll put her on low A. I would almost put her in S tier, but she also just is kind of just there. You know, she's not a standout.
Yeah.
Okay. I said we were going to go through Twilight Princess, but I think what we should do now is just pick and choose which ones we want to rank. We got to bring in Groose, man.
Mm.
Groose.
Second half of the game, I'm thinking upper B. He has some pretty good redemption.
I think
but I don't know if he's quite there yet.
Second half of the game, I think he's S tier, man.
S. He hasn't truly proven himself yet, I don't think.
What do you mean he helps you
started to
fight the
change.
final boss?
I don't remember that at all.
He's a freaking hero. The Gruesinator? He has the
No memory of
catapult
that.
that launches you that you need in order to win?
I mean, that's not saying much. He owns a catapult. Doesn't mean he gets
that he built himself specifically to help you.
That's a little better.
And then he volunteers to stay and protect Impa.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, he's really redeemed at the end. However, the very start of the game, like he's a big old meanie.
Oh, yeah, he's terrible.
But even then, I still like him. You know. Yeah.
I mean, I could definitely see.
Look at his hair. Look at his hair. His hair at least brings him up one ranking on whatever we rank.
Absolutely not. His hair is terrible. Brings him down a ranking.
It's amazing. So you wanted to put him at B. I think A.
I mean, I could definitely see A. I've forgotten about him in building catapult. Pretty good.
I think he's below Ilya. and Gonzo. Because those guys are friendly and nice. They didn't
Yeah.
have to be. They didn't have to have a life-changing event, like discovering there's ground beneath the clouds.
Has no one just accidentally fallen and been like, wait a second, there's ground down here?
They would have died.
Not if they hit a lake just right.
True.
I mean, in real life, they would.
But then they couldn't have gotten
This is video
back
game
up.
logic.
Yeah, they couldn't have gotten
Yeah,
back
but they
up.
could have yelled really loud. What about their skylofts? Wouldn't have come down to save them?
No, remember you have to
loud.
like open holes in the cloud to even get down there.
No, I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, you need to play Skyward Sword again, man. Sounds like. All right, you got any on the list that you're like, oh, we got to rank this person?
What about that silhouette in front of something yellow?
I have
What
no
is
idea.
that?
Who is this?
It
I
looks
don't know.
like a golem.
Is
It's
it
a Pokemon with long legs.
Yeah. So who do you want to rank instead? I think we got to bring in Sidon.
Oh yeah, he's S tier.
Is he top S
Absolutely.
tier? I think Sidon's
Oh,
top
yeah,
S
yeah.
tier.
Yeah.
There's nothing there. Here's the problem. There's absolutely nothing wrong with Sidon.
He's a perfect person.
He really is. He really is the perfect person. And I mean, he has like a fan club, which he doesn't. Like everybody loves him, and he doesn't even like act like a famous pompous jerk. You know, he's not like even really aware.
He's the Keanu Reeves of
He
the Legend
is.
of the Zelda celebrities.
It's the Keanu Reeves. Oh my gosh, it's so true, Micah. Yeah. So I mean, this was like an easy pick, Sidon at top, but yeah, he's very supportive. He is very responsible. He's brave. He's strong. He's friendly. Got a great smile. Yeah, that's something that's just you can't undervalue how great his smile is and just how encouraging he is. He's like, I know you can do it. And when I first met him as a character in the game, I was like, there's something up with this guy. Right? Did you feel that?
Be true.
Yeah, that's what I was like. There's something up with this guy. What is he? What's his deal? Like, why is he like this? And you just find out that that's just who he is. He's just a really nice guy. And for that reason, Mipha is also really, really high up on this list for me. Mipha's great.
Yeah. I mean, not quite a Sidon.
I think she's low end S tier though. She's always willing to heal your wounds.
True.
She
I was thinking upper A, but yeah.
She's one of the only characters on this list that wants to be a spouse, like actively seeking that. And she took initiative. She was going to propose to Link. That's wild.
But they didn't really know each other that well, did they? I mean,
they did. They'd known since he was a child and she was an adult. But let's not think about that too much.
Yeah, but did he ever talk to her?
Yes. According to the journal entries and such, they were friends. But
yeah.
But it is weird.
According to the journal entries, that's the only evidence.
Micah doesn't know the Zelda lore. You're right. You're right. Roger.
No, I absolutely don't. I have to pretend like I don't know what I'm talking about so that Andross has a reason to explain these things to other viewers that may not.
Oh, you're just...
to the other viewers that actually don't know these things.
Oh.
They do this in movies all the time.
That's 100% true. You're like, that character should know about this. But they don't. All right, anybody else on this list you wanna throw on the ranking?
I think we should just finish off the champions, Daruk and Urbosa.
Bro, they don't have Daruk.
Yeah, they do.
Where?
It's his big old face, literally potentially.
Oh, right there. Oh man, he's like a different color. Daruk. I like Daruk a lot.
He's pretty. I feel like he's relatively similar-ish to Sidon.
Yeah.
Sidon.
Yeah.
But he's a bit louder, which might be a negative depending on who you are.
Yeah.
But he's just an
He's
all-around
afraid of
good-natured
dogs.
guy. Oh yeah.
But beyond that, I mean, he's a pretty cool guy. I think he's up there in S tier.
Yeah, I was like,
Man,
once
are
again,
all the
thinking
champions
high A or
champions
low S.
except for Rivali gonna be S tier?
That's kind of how I was leaning.
I think he's a little bit below Mifa for me. Um, but that's just me. Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay. And then we've got, where is
Was that
Urbosa?
Urbosa right next? I couldn't quite tell from the picture.
Urbosa's pretty good. Urbosa's pretty great.
I think
S tier.
also got to be S tier.
Where at? I put Urbosa above Daruk, I think. Now Urbosa again, she's a very cool personality. She's a great leader, definitely a good
prankster.
Yeah, a good provider. Got a sense of humor. And just really supportive of her friends. Because in my mind, she's like significantly older than the rest of the champions. Like, maybe besides Daruk, but like Mifa, Rivali, Link all seem kind of. They seem like they're like young adults, and she seems like she's
a regular adult,
upper adult, up. Yeah. Yeah. Urbosa would literally kill you with lightning on first argument, not S tier. Would she?
What are you talking about? What? Where's your supporting evidence?
Has she done that to someone?
I mean,
I think S tier.
She might wake you up with her lightning when you're trying to sleep if you get into an argument with her. But she might also just do that for fun.
Yeah, there's complications with DLC cutscene. She zaps.
Doesn't she zap people trying to kill her?
Yeah, I was gonna say, doesn't she zap? Isn't that what's his name?
Like can defend you if burglars break into your house.
What's
That's
his
an S tier attribute? Koga. It's the only person I can think of.
No, the Yiga clan leader, whatever his name was.
Koga.
Koga. Yes. Is that what you said?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't hear that. Sorry, I heard Zelda when you said that. I was like, no, it wasn't Zelda. It's Koga. He electrocutes Koga, which he's not on here. This can be Koga. Where do you put Koga, Micah?
I'm pretty sure he's not a great guy. Probably should go in F with the rest of the villains plus King Zora.
No, I disagree. Because Age of Calamity, you learn that Koga is a pretty cool guy. He turns good because his right-hand man gets killed by Ganon's followers.
So it sounds like he just wants revenge.
Kind of, but he also took in, it's a Suga. Suga was a starving child, and the Yiga clan were going to kill him, and Koga was like, Koga stopped them, said no.
I can indoctrinate this child from
youth.
Then
he gives him he gives him a banana, and then Suga
goes up to
be Suga grows up to be like super loyal because of what Koga did for him. And Koga's pretty redeemable there. I don't think that makes him a good spouse material, but he's not down in F tier. I think D. All of that,
maybe D then.
All of that argument to just put him in D. Okay. Any more on this list that we should tackle?
What about the toilet ghost?
It is here.
I feel bad, but I'm gonna have to say Shadow Realm on this bad boy.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Not necessarily like the personality thing, but if they live in a toilet.
Um,
Heck yeah, that's Ganondorf in A tier. Roger. That's some good some good qualities.
Paya.
Personality.
I like Paya a lot. I think Paya's up there for me.
Yeah, it's I want to say they're kind of up there, but at the same time I don't really remember anything about them.
She was like super shy and like sort of had a crush on Link.
Mm.
She worked really hard to try and solve the mystery of the heirloom, and then that's like a side quest where you help everybody in the village, and then she helps you figure that out. But she did let the heirloom get stolen by the Yiga clan. But she also was devastated by that.
I
She's
mean,
got a good. She shows a lot of emotion, which a lot
I
of
don't necessarily
characters don't.
yeah, I don't necessarily know if being able to fight people real good is too high up on spouse attributes.
What are you talking about? That's like 90% of what I picked my spouse for. Like, how much could she defend me in a fight against the Yiga clan? Guess what? She checked those boxes, man. That's so dumb. Okay. I think Paya's up there with like Marin and Malin.
Yeah, pretty similar. Actually, probably maybe even higher, even though she, as far as we know,
Yeah,
doesn't sing well.
she probably does. I have no idea. Okay. One. This is one more I definitely want to tackle. Linkle.
I mean, Linkle's essentially just Link, but a lady, right?
No.
With crossbows.
She is a girl who thinks that she is the reincarnation of the hero of ages,
Mm.
but she is not. She just thinks she is, to the point that she decides to go and be an adventurer and help. And she's got like a whole side quest in Hyrule Warriors. She talks and has a personality, so I think she goes above Link.
Wow, he thinks even better than Link?
Yeah, I think so. For like spouse material. But she is also a little bit confused at her identity. Where's Zelda from Breath of the Wild? Who is that? What are you talking about?
Is that the crazy flower lady? No, is that dude that pretends to be a lady?
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, it's the Gerudo. It's the Gerudo lady that gives you. Um yeah, so I was gonna say Linkle high A. I need to give justice to Linkle first off because our friends over at Carpool Gaming, Seth and Locklith, put Linkle in like the absolute bottom tier because of the name Linkle. They don't like the name Linkle so much that it put Linkle at absolute bottom tier. And I'm like, you monsters. You're going to judge someone based solely off how their name sounds? I think Linkle's a fine name. It sounds a little weird.
It just makes you think too much of Tinkle.
Tinkle, yeah. Why did they go with that name? Honestly, though. I mean, as I'm saying it, I'm like Linkette or Lily.
It's very different than Link. Gotta have Link in there somewhere.
Lonk.
No. Antwa Link. That's Antoinette, but with just Link at the end. For
Oh
some
yeah.
reason. It keeps popping in my head, even though that's a terrible name.
Linka, with like an A at the end. Alinkia.
I feel like Alinkia looks good written down potentially, but I feel like the more
When I say
after
it,
hearing it out loud,
okay, Micah. What do you think of my argument for Linkle? I think
could
high.
see
I think
A,
high A. Yeah.
but I don't know if I could quite say above Link.
I think she
But I
is.
also have
She
no
has all the
experience.
qualities of Link, but she actually has a personality. Not that Link doesn't have a personality, but that she'll actually talk. She's conversationalist. Linkity drinkity. Nope. Nope. Is there any other characters on this list that you want to rank, Micah, before we call it
I think we covered them pretty good.
pretty thoroughly here? Um, wait, maybe Girahim?
Oh yeah, Shadow Realm, that nerd.
Oh, I like Girahim.
No, you don't.
Yeah, not as a
What
spouse.
about Cass, real quick?
Okay.
I think he's kind of a great guy, but he does travel a lot, which might not be super.
Yeah, he freaking abandons his family. No, I don't think he's a good spouse. I think he's a terrible spouse.
What do you mean he abandons his family?
He just leaves. He's not there. He has like all these. He has a ton of children.
He has a ton of children.
Yes, and he just left his wife and kids, and he's traveling around solving these mysteries. I just think he's just not. I think that knocks him down significantly as spouse material.
I don't remember that happening at all. But he can play music real good.
He can. I think he's C tier, maybe B tier.
I could say C if he apparently abandons his family.
I don't know if abandonment is really fair, but
it's probably not, but I'll trust you.
Okay, and we will close with the Great Fairies.
Probably gonna be pretty low because they live in those like ponds. They're also really big.
And that's a bad thing?
Potentially.
I don't
A
know.
lot of food they have to eat, probably.
They definitely are expensive. They like eat rupees, right? They're like, I need like
eat the rupees?
I don't know what they do with them, but they're like, I need like 900 rupees. But they're very affectionate. Very affectionate. Which I think is a good quality.
But without permission. Not a good quality.
True. Non-consensual affection is probably, yeah. C tier? I don't know.
I was thinking D.
You think D? Okay. I think high D. She's above all these people for sure. Yeah. Because they're helpful. They do helpful things. But I feel like maybe they're showing a little too much. You know, they're a little too showy with what they got, and I think I'm like, not. That's not appealing to me. I mean, if it's yeah, that's no. Nope. We're gonna end it here, and that's the end of the episode. Thank you so much for being with us for episode 155, which was a very long episode, almost 3 times as long as the last episode. But it was worth it because we now have the definitive list. We know that Sidon is the best spouse in all of Zelda, hands down, and that all the champions, with the exception of Revali, who's the worst, but the rest of the champions, Breath of the Wild champions, A grade spouse material. We didn't rank any of the new champions, but we're out of time.
Much effort.
We're out of time.
Kind of young.
Yep.
I think the only potential downside of Sidon is just he's so perfect it might make you feel a little insecure about yourself.
But he wouldn't let you do that. He would be like, I believe in you. I think you're great. And he would love you despite your imperfections. That's the kind of guy Sidon is. He is too perfect. You're 100% right. Man, can you imagine? Could you imagine him showing up on like a dating show? And he gets rejected. They're like, he just makes me feel like I'm never going to be good enough. And he's like, no, you are good enough. Man, Bachelorette in Hyrule would be...
That's the next show.
That's the next show.
Nintendo's going to do.
All right, Micah, where can people find you on the interwebs?
On YouTube and Twitch at Micah Prime.
You can find me at Andross1 on Twitch, YouTube, and all those places. Andross1. And you can follow the show, Nintendo Pals, on all the places that you can, social medias. And if you want to support the show, check out our Patreon, patreon.com/NintendoPals, where if you support, you get a chance to be in, not a chance to be in, you get to be in the Patreon Poke Rap, which we close the episodes with, and we will close with right now.
We gotta rap some Patreon.
You just do the singing. I'll take care of the hard part.
Let's get it on.
We want to be the best that ever was. And shout out our pals over on Patreon.
LPD, Rizzle, Retrologic Day, U-Dog Gamer, Slim Tour, Spanish, and Solo Something, Brian, Little Miss 7, and Cosmic.
Catch 'em, gotta catch 'em all. Gotta catch 'em all. Patreon.
K-Mac and Team, Third Strongest Move, Tim the Nintendo Daddle, and Seth Sturgill, Monkey Thunder, Purple Biola, Dat John, and Lava Plays 2.
Gotta catch 'em all. Gotta catch 'em all.
Yeah.
Gotta catch 'em all. Gotta catch 'em all.
Yeah.
Gotta catch 'em all. Patreon. Let's get 150 or more. Yeah, please. To be a Patreon donor is your destiny.
Thank you all so much for listening, and we will talk to you next episode. Bye-bye.